I know, but the people are here on my roof, and they got here at not 8, probably about, probably like 9:05. So I've been sitting here since like 8 o'clock this morning, 8:15. And I said, okay, what we going to do? And I said, let's make our junk journal covers. Let's do that. Let's clean up our table from last night. And let's start some junk journal covers so we can be ready. So I put in an order for some more paper. Let me turn my camera. For some more paper that looks like this. This is like cream colored. It's not even close. Why y'all doing that? This camera is just like out of focus. Okay, there it is. So this is cream colored paper compared to regular copy. I don't know why it's doing this. You know? It's all fuzzy wuzzy. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why. But anyway, so this kind of paper I like to use is not that much lighter than masking tape, right? But it's good when you want to use something besides tea dye or coffee dye. I don't know why it keeps getting fuzzy, y'all. But let's get up in here in this tripod holder where you belong. And it's still doing it. I don't know why it's doing that. Meanwhile, we pulled our paper out and we have several kinds of boxes that we're going to use. So I'm hoping I can use this honey bun box to make what they call passport or something like that. I have no clue of whether or not this is going to be good for it, but we're going to go with it. That's going to be our first try. So we're going to open it up as we will with all of the boxes. Let me turn my fan off. I feel okay, but I might have to put that thing back on in a minute. We're not sure. Okay? But it's it's okay. It's not too bad. I still have on shorts and tank top, so I feel pretty good, but how y'all doing on this Sunday morning? How y'all doing? So I was looking at some shorts on, just refreshing myself with how to make this because not just this, but the journal covers. Because when you don't do them real frequently, you can, kind of be a little out on what you're supposed to be doing, how, and everything. So I have the gist of what to do and everything for the most part. But I was looking at some shorts because I always want to, just kind of be, you know, a little more focused than where I think I might be, okay? And when I was looking, I saw this one short, and the young lady who was creating, she was cutting out all of the cereal that was on the front of her box. And I was like, okay, what's she going to do with that? And y'all, she used it in her journal and put it all around the page. And it was so cool. It was like a border. And I was like, that is cool, baby. So I put all my other cereal boxes that I had out back that I wanted to use that kind of idea for because I've been collecting all kinds of everything just so I can get back to my shorts because I want to do some shorts. But even though shorts have increased, right? I remember writing YouTube or looking it up. I didn't write them. I went to YouTube Studio and I looked for why shorts can't be longer than 60 seconds. Because, y'all, when I tell you it's a lot of work to create a short, you know, you got to get all these multiple clips and things. And then afterwards, you have to trim them all down to 60 seconds. So we're talking something that can maybe be a collection of 13 minutes, 9 minutes of all of your short clips. And then you got to break that down to 60 seconds. Anyway, and to find the article, whatever I was reading, probably on Google from a YouTube studio answer or something like that. That thing said The purpose of shorts is so it can be short form content. If you want long form content, consider making a full video. I was like, oh, okay. But I guess they realized that it is a lot, and somebody got smart enough to say, let's increase it to 3 minutes. Well, if you use the 3 minutes and you don't have a video editor, you cannot add music to the short. That's what I found when they first increased it. Now, maybe they changed that since, because I see people doing a lot of 3 minute shorts now, and it's music on it. So, I mean, some of the people do have video editors, but if you didn't have one when they first started, you could not add music because it would tell you, you cannot use music on shorts longer than 1 minute. I said, oh, okay. So I said all that to say that I've been cleaning up things as I go, collecting things as I go, and saving them as I go because I want to be able to, use some of the stuff in YouTube Shorts. Now I'm going to measure this, all right, and I want to have some cool shorts, and I'm thinking, am I going to do that in a way that it is going to be 3 minutes, or maybe I'm going to create my own short and try to make it under 10 minutes, okay? Come up with a 7 or 8 minute short, something like that for me, because I'm a slow crafter. And that's just all I can say about that. So we're going to cut this to 9 in height. That's what I want to do here. 9 in height. Okay. And you saw what I did. I measured it from 1 up to 9. And then I used a ruler and I went across it so that I can cut it. And that's where I am. So when I saw the young lady with the cereal box and the way she did it, it was so, so cool. I was like, right. So let me turn this a little bit more so I can make sure I'm on a line, because it's easier for me to follow the line so I can be as straight as I can be. Okay? So that's where I am with what I'm doing. I'm mass making these journal covers so that when I'm ready, I can just make them. So now we have this, and this definitely has to be reinforced because being, this snack box, the way, I don't know if you can see it. If I get close, it might be fuzzy. But anyway, there is these little divots right here where it's almost like a perforation. I don't know why, but let's see. Let's come in here with this blade. Let me see if you can see it. Let's go this way because this way might be better. And I don't want to cut the box open. But it's open in some of these. See that blade can come through? Right, it's right there. And so all these little notches right here are openings. So we definitely have to reinforce that. Now let me see, does this give straight? Okay, so we line it up all the way down here. And we got it on that line and on that line. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so now that's one. Okay, this is like the passport size. Okay, so in height is 9 and in width is 6. So I've heard them say 9 by 5 3/4 or 5 1/2 or something like that. But I'm going to trim this extra stuff off right here because I don't want that. It's like where I took these edges off of one side or something, and it's hanging out here where we don't really need it. But you got to be real careful when you get to this part because you don't want this blade to jump off the edge of the ruler and then up here and cut you. So you got to be very careful when you're using these craft knives. Okay? Craft knives. All right? And that's what we got to do. Be real careful and everything. So we're just getting this a little bit trimmed up and everything. And we have that. So for this particular one, I'm not going to need to make, okay, you don't want to trim down all the way up. Okay. And then I'm not going to have to make a spine for this one because it's already there, and that's good enough. And this spine is 1.5 inches. So yeah, I measured it on the one, and it's almost at the half. So it might be, yeah, it's right at 1.5 inches. So that's good. So that's a good way of looking at, let's use this. This could be a mini, so I'm not going to take it apart. Let's see about this one. How wide is this? Let's take this piece off first so we can see. Because maybe this can be our template as we're making our other ones. This one is, yeah, it's just about, it's a wee bit off. So we can go a teeny bit wider than this, and we can use this as our template for making our spines for the rest of them. I'll save this. This can be a mini journal, because some people like a small journal, you know, like a little bathroom friend that you can take when you go to the bathroom in the mornings. You can have a little journal there while you're thinking and getting your morning started. So I didn't want to cut this, but I can cut pretty straight. So we can get that piece off there. All right, so good. We can use that too. And when we reinforce it, we will just make sure that we tape this little piece here. All right, so I can use this. I made a little small one like this before the cover, but I've not used it yet. Still sitting on the side. All right, so now we have two. Didn't know I was going to get a bonus one, but we can use that. Okay, so I was saying that I put in an order this morning to get more of that manila or vanilla colored copy paper, because it's a great alternative when you don't have much coffee dyed or tea dyed paper on hand. And then everybody don't like that kind of paper. So I like to give a little bit of white, a little bit of that, a little bit of coffee dye. Some people only use coffee dye. So that's the whole deal with me ordering that. And I also ordered me another pack of brown gel pen. So it's going to write ink color brown. We need this piece of paper. We'll save that. It's like craft paper. But that's a way that I want to use for my journals, because some people, they don't like plain paper. They like lines. And I like lines in my journals sometimes. I'm trying to see where this can open at. Of course, they put it together some way and somewhere, but I don't see. There it is. It's very, very close. You can't tell with the people there. But, all right, so this is the kind of thing the young lady was using. We'll save this too. All right, and she was cutting all this stuff out like that, but I ain't too keen about getting this one. This fine. I don't need that. I mean, I could, but we can't save everything. We have to be able to just, cut it up and use it. And I got me some modeling paste, because a lot of crafters are using that with the stencil. And I said, man, I don't want to pay no $15 for that stuff. And so I bought it anyway. Now I have some of everything that I need. I got gel pens, I got paper, I got craft knives, I have scissors, I have gesso, I have string and all kinds of embellishment stuff that I can use, washi tapes and masking tapes and acrylic paints. I have everything except that Crocodile 2 Big Bite. I got the regular Crocodile. Somebody at my door. I know I heard somebody. I'm waiting for delivery today too. But it didn't say it was out, but I hear somebody outside. I'm just waiting to see if somebody gonna knock because the roofers could be out there. Who in the world knows? Meanwhile, I was so mad when I bought that Crocodile. Man, that thing was $30. I was mad. That was the most expensive thing, and I've said this probably 10 times on my videos from the time I bought it to today. That thing was $30. And I only bought it because it's good for helping you attach the brads. And the brads is those little circle rings, like you get a snap on your clothes and one part is flat and you snap it in, right? That's a brad. And you need something to put that together. But this thing was expensive. Let me show you what it looked like. Somebody might not know. We are memory keepers. And so you put this bread together and you can pull this thing out and down and switch it around however you need to do it or whatever. I've used it one time and that's it. This thing was $30. I've been mad for a long time about it. And whatever they're supposed to do, that's what you need it for. The other one is $49.95. And that one has a long mouth to about right here. So you can put a hole here and take it all the way down, put a hole here and a hole here. Instead of using the awl that we use to make these journals with. And I was like, I'm not buying that. I'm not going to do it. And I looked today and I thought about it and I said, no, indeed. That thing costs $50. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep using this. I have two of them. Some people call it a pokey tool. And then you can put a small hole, a little bit bigger, and as wide as this can be. And it's hard sometimes to do it, but you got to work with what you can. And maybe when I become established on YouTube or something like that, or making enough money to say, yeah, I can rationalize spending $50 for that hole punch giddy up or whatever, right? Then I'll do that. But right now, we're not spending $50 for that. We're going to spend our muscle. Okay, so now we have two. Okay, I haven't had to put a spine in yet because this spine it's a 1.5 also. I chose some of these things that I don't have to do. Now, this one might be a little bit challenging for me. I'm going to turn this fan on because I'm a little bit warm now. This was my son's. And I said, let me get that. I don't know if I can use that or not, but I want to use it with this window in it. And we're not going to alter the spine because I want to keep that window. And I'm just going to put a piece of plastic in there. So this spine is 3 inches. Oh, my. Okay, so this is going to be a big journal. Okay, somebody might want it. It's about as thick as a Bible. And somebody might want it. Never know. Right? So we're going to make this one because I'm making all these journals as I go along. Every journal except the ones that I want is going to be for sale. I don't care how pretty it is. We're not making this stuff and putting it on no shelf, looking at it, talking about what we made. We're making it for somebody else to enjoy. That's what we're making it for over here, okay? I mean, some of these crafters have made some beautiful things, and they have them on their shelves, and they're keeping it like a library or something. I don't know. I'm not investing money and time, energy, and creativity to just look at it for myself. I cannot write in all of them. I don't even want to write in all of them. I want to have the one that I want, I'll make for me, and that's it. The rest of them is for sale. Okay, we're trying to get you up some kind of way where you don't destroy our idea. Okay, let's just cut the rest of this. I'm not sure why it's this stiff, but I don't want to mess up the side of the box. All right, there we go, because I need this to stay intact, okay? So, I don't want to alter the spine because if I do, it will probably not level this. I mean, it could, but I don't really know what I'm doing like that. So I'm not a pro. Some people are pros. They know how to do this stuff, going to sleep and everything. Look at that. See how that's like that? We got to fix that now. Some people can do this stuff going to sleep, but your girl not there yet. All right, let's see. Can we get this to lay down and play nice? Everything's all right. Okay, because we really going to have to work on this one because it's got this little window in it. And I'm going to put the plastic in there from some packaging. And then, okay, that should be all right. That should be all right. And then we're going to put something inside of it, like maybe some sequin or maybe a picture or both. We don't know yet. But that was the idea when I saw this in the recycle bin. I said, oh, let me get that. That might be cool. I got bacon boxes, that bacon come in. I got a pizza box. I've been saving all kinds of boxes and things. And I never sit down to make a journal because I have so much going on and I just didn't have time. And journals take time. So I was like, listen. And I started that Christmas journal a couple weeks ago because I saw a video where somebody was making, no, I wasn't watching the video. Somebody was watching my video and they were saying that they haven't even worked on their journal where they usually do a Christmas in July journal every year. And I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. And I went to the thrift store and I found a bag that's like a quilt bag, like when you buy a quilt and it comes in a zipper bag, right? And I found one that's made for like, kind of like what I think like a tennis rack, not tennis racket, but golfing bag for golf clubs and things. And it was full of Christmas wrapping paper. And most of the rolls were pretty full. And I got the thing for $10. I was like, oh, I need that. Yes, I did. It'd be like sometimes I go to the thrift store or I might be on Facebook Marketplace or something, and it's like things that I be thinking about that I saw in the video. God will have it right there for me at a reasonable or even free price. And I'd be like, thank you, God, because it's almost like, it's intentional. Like, I know you like this stuff. I knew you was going to like it. I put it in you to like it. Don't ever do what I did. I just did that. That was dangerous. I did it 2 times. But don't do that, y'all. You got to be careful. I was being careful. I pulled away from the blade like that, but that don't mean that I couldn't get cut. A little snip or something. Razors are sharp. Okay, so we got this, and we're going to put us a piece of the plastic on here. Let's do it now so it can be, you know what I'm saying? I have plenty of this stuff. So I bought this masking tape. It's thin and cheap. I got this stuff from Temu. Let me see, it's another one right here. Let's use this one because this more straight, I guess. And I won't have to get up. I'll get up and get a piece later to put this back in. Not that it have to be in there, but you got this thick one and then that one, then a little bit thinner. That's what's in there. All right, and so let's see if this is wide enough. If not, we'll put it back in here and we got to get one. But this is what I use, this kind. They call this stuff acetate paper, get that kind. I said, oh, but this look like the same kind of packaging paper. Okay, we can use this because this is wide enough. All right. We're gonna just cut a little piece off the edge at the bottom so it can be open. And then we're gonna come right here and cut this real slow. Okay? And do this side. So go in, hold it nice and firm, cut a little bit, and it should just slide on down. Okay, then we got to put the glue on here. Now, I'm going to use it like this, and you can put the glue on there or you can use double-sided tape. I'm going to use double-sided tape. And I got some in my little thingy right here. Okay, so we're going to use that because this can stick it down real good. I got this from Temu too. Everything Temu have is small. Okay, they got all small stuff. You got to understand the dimensions of whatever they say in centimeters and stuff, because if you don't, you'll be like, what is that? I can't do nothing with that. Right, so I put that on and I mash it down real good so that when I peel the paper off, it won't peel the glue part up. All right, and then put a piece here, just like right up against, wait, put it right up against that one. And we hope it's wide enough. Maybe I should put a little bit closer because it might not be wide enough. All right, a little bit up, a little more. I'm trying to butt it up against. All right, now that's good. Put that down here and snip this piece off. And then put this one here. We'll go right here. That's going to be on top of that. Let's put this here, like so. Let's snip this one off. And then we'll come this way. Right about here. Yeah, that should be good. All right, now we got that. And then we're going to make sure we mash these like we did that other one. So it's nice and sticky and stuck and in place. Okay, and then this one. Okay, then we can go back and we can peel this piece off like that. Okay. And you trying to do this on a short and put all this together, it take you all this time. You can only get certain pieces, or you keep stopping and start here and stop again and start here. And then it look like you did real fast because you're moving it through an editor. A lot of work. This is not good because I can see that adhesive on there. Can y'all see that? Yes, you see that. This is not good. I don't want to use that. All right, let me get a piece because I don't want to use that. That's not good. But you see, I have a whole lot because I've been saving it forever. I got all of this stuff from all of the packaging. Okay? So, you save it. This is a long pack that extension hair was in, and I got all sizes of this stuff. Okay? All sizes. So, we'll save one for over there. And we'll open this one because I see that adhesive and that thing is not going to work for me. Where's my other scissors? Because these scissors, they work, but they just not that sharp. I mean, they are sharp, but they just a little bit stupid. I don't even know where Y'all got to forgive me. I'm always saying something stupid, okay? They did all right. They want to be nice to me while I'm on here. But I don't see my blue scissors. I don't know where I put them at, but they up here somewhere. All right, so here we go. Cut this off. And then we're going to put a piece of it on here. All right, I'm looking at it with my eyes. Okay, I'm going to cut this about right here. And now look at that. It's got a little hole there. You see that? Can y'all see it? It's a little hole. I got to make sure I use another part of it now. See all these things? Let's see where I can use another piece. All right. All right, maybe this side or the middle. All right, let's try to use the middle. All right, let's try to cut it about right here. All right, we can save that and then cut it about right here. And that should be okay. I hope. It looks about right, okay? Now let's move all of that. And then we're going to put a piece down and make sure it's nice and flush before we push it all the way in. All right, I'm trying to get all the ends. Let's do this one side first. All right, and then I don't want to have no big wrinkle in the pocket. All right, and now I have to try and press this piece down flat. All right, so that's what we got. This piece, this corners. I pulled the whole piece up. Let's put it right back real quick. All right. It's not perfect, but it's good. Okay. And that's what it looks like now. Still a little bit of wrinkle in there, but what you going to do about it? And nothing you can do. Did the best. I mean, it's not wrinkle in terms of it's not flat. It's flat, but the paper is wrinkled. Okay. So now for this one, because this is so high gloss, I'm going to buff it a little bit. You don't have to. You can just cover it with paper. And I am, but I'm going to use this soft sanding block to just rough up the glossy so that the paper can stick to it. I have all of these things. I haven't been doing nothing. And then they're going to be like, oh, she learned a lot of stuff. No, I've been learning it the whole time. I just couldn't really sit down and apply it. I got to go to work and I got to come home. You got to clean the house. You got to take care of the cats. You got to go outside to do the laundry. All these things. This is real. And some people got time to do all of that and still craft. And they're getting paid for it. And I'm not getting paid for it. Not yet. So I just prioritize in a whole different way, but it doesn't mean that I don't want to do this stuff. Because if I ain't had to go out the door to go to work, this is what I'd be doing. Just sitting right here playing with this paper all the time. All right, so that's pretty good. Now, because you don't know what kind of fabric you're going to use yet, if you know you're going to use a darker fabric for this, then you can just go ahead and cover it with that. But because I don't know what kind of fabric I'm going to end up putting on here, I'm going to use a piece of paper to cover it because you don't want to see this stuff through there. So that's why I got my paper out, okay? So now we're going to get just some regular glue. This is all kinds of PVA white glue, and it's some type of white glue that can stick paper to fabric, okay? And fabric to fabric, which is like my Type Bond. It holds all these different kinds of materials. So I'm going to just put some of this on here and get all the way around the edges real good. And then I'm going to use my finger tool, right? Pam called us the best tool you can get. Who's Pam? At the Paper Outpost, right? And she said it's the best tool you can get. A bone folder and your finger tool. Okay, so now we put that on there, and then we come all the way down to the very edge and up against the crease and go over. Then we can save the other parts of this paper because you got to do this piece too. And since I have two cuts, I have to come in and do something here first. I'm going to use too much because I don't want it to be too wet and warpy. But I got to get this area right here. I should have measured it first, but I didn't. I'm going to measure it with my eyes. Okay? Like this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to set this here. New tape. And I'm going to say 3/4. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find 3/4 on here. And I should do it this way, right? Yeah, so I can make sure I'm right. All right, now I need to hold this up so it don't pop on there. Where's my pencil? Oh, it popped on there anyway. Where's my pencil? I don't see it. Let's get another one. And 3/4 is half and 3/4. So I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to measure this. I can't tell from that side. I have to go this way so I can see. Is my glue drying? It is drying, but if it's too dry, we'll just add a little bit more. And we're going to get this line right here. And then we're going to cut that piece off. Like so. We're going to cut it all up, but we want to use what we can first. All right. And then we're going to put this over here. Let's see, is it sticky? Oh, it's still sticky. We're going to put that down here. Came out pretty good. That's fine. It don't have to be perfect. We're going to put fabric over top of it. And so that's okay. And then let's use, well, we can't use that because it's going to be wider. Okay, so we'll just use this way. And down here. And then we will give it a little finger smush up here. All around here and over to the edges real good. I should have my glue bag under here too. Because I'm going to put this glue stuff on your mat that you're cutting on. Okay, we got that. Then we got to go over here and get this piece all around this window. And come all the way down to the end. It's real. Okay, and then we'll get another piece of paper. And I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to cut it in half. Like so. And then it should fit both sides. Put the straight piece here. Like that. And then put the other straight side here. I'm going over top of the window. Make sure it's not over top of the window. Oh, it's going to be stuck in a minute. Okay, that should be about right. All right, I still didn't get it close enough right here. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It'll be okay. So this was maybe the same. Let's try and get another 3/4 piece off of here. We're going to just use our eyes. We're not going to measure because we don't need that much. What are you? little bug, like a little fruit fly or something. You don't go somewhere where you come from. It's because my back door been opened a few times. These people on the roof, okay? All right, let's see. Can we get a little bit of glue? We need a little bit. And we're going to put this here. Real good. It's a little bit more than we need. And then we're going to slide this in. Oh yeah, that works fine. That works fine. Then we'll put a piece here and bend it back. And when we trim, we'll cut all of that off. There you go. Now we have that. And then we can start over here and begin to trim. I'm going to rub this in my on my hand so I can not have it on my paper. And we're going this way and trim all this off. We don't have to add any paper to the inside because the inside is nice and white. We'll cover this up with some material when we figure out what part. My son is coming up the step and my cat is laying right at the door and he can't even get out the basement because my cat want to go in his room. Okay. And so, the cat been trying to get in my sunroom all morning because they were upstairs somewhere and them people got on the roof and they came downstairs like, something's going on. You going upstairs and see? And I'm like, it's okay, Stink. It's just the people on the roof. And then they've been trying to get in the basement all morning since about 9:15 because they want to hide. And my son said, no way, y'all ain't coming in here. All right. He used to let them down there, but now he over the whole thing. He like, no, y'all ain't coming in here. All right, so we got to get some more glue here, clearly. Okay. All right, so now that's still too much. It's run out so fast because that clear glue that I put in here with that white Elmer's glue was real wet. And it's just, you know what I mean, 3 different kinds of glue in here. But it's okay. We're going to work all of it out. So we will just determine what we're going to put in here before we cover this up. We got to put the piece together. And I don't know what that's going to be yet because I got to think about it. So this is what we have. We're not going to cover this because this is going to be good. I think I'm going to put, I'm not going to cover this because whatever material I'm going to use here, I'm going to use it and then I'll probably, let me see. Do I want to put, because if you make this too thick, it's hard to punch that hole in there with that pokey. So I'm going to leave this, I think. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. It'll be all right. I'll figure it out later on. Do I want to add? You can always add the paper later. Okay, so we have 3 so far. No, we have 4 because of that mini one. So that's 4, and I said I was going to make 10. All right, so this time, since we're almost at 45 minutes, I'm going to make one where I have to create a spine. Okay, that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I have this. This was some packaging that I got, some mail in, and I'm going to use this to make a journal cover. Okay, and somebody might say, I want you to use the cereal box. I'll use it next. But I'm going to use this because I've not made one out of this kind of packaging before, so this will let me see what it can be too. All right. I watch people do it, but I've not done it. That's why I saved mine, so I can do it too. Okay? So now we have that. See how good this is, chipboard? It's just good. You can use this. We've been throwing this stuff away for years. But this is what we have that we can use, okay? So I'm just going to take these ends off here. They still crying because they want to get in the basement. You can't go down there and stink. D-Man said, no, you can't go in there. He said no. And take that one off. And then we will take this one off. I'm going to the post office this week because I need to start me another P.O. box. I used to have one a couple years ago, a few, more than a couple. I've been here 14 years, so it's been about 14 years since I had one, 13 and a half or something. I lived here a whole year before, almost a whole year before I changed my address. So if I use this can be my spine. Okay, so that's about what? Let's see how wide that is. That's 1 inch. It's a little less than 1 inch, just a teeny bit. All right, so good. So what you can do is you can come over here because that's extra. So you can come over here and you can find your spine right in here. So we can go here and we can go a little bit less because we was a little bit less than 1 inch. So I'm going to make it a whole inch right here. And that's where I'm going to create a spine. This is not putting one in, but this is creating one out of the fold. I still need a line, so that's a 7 right there. And I will use that as a visual. Yeah, it's lined up right there. Okay, so that's a visual. And then I'm going to, they want to go in your room so bad. Them people on the roof. And then we have that. Now, oh, my line is crooked down here though. All right, so I gotta fix that. Okay, so now, what do you do then? Okay, so you already got this natural fold that came with this envelope, right? So now what you have to do is you have to fold this. You have to fold it. So I don't have a scoreboard. I'm not gonna buy one either. Okay, I ain't buying one. I told myself, girl, we don't need all these things. We're not buying all. I'm a score mine. If I use this, it might poke it. So I'm not going to do that. Maybe I should use this. This is too thick. That's the bone folder. This is an envelope opener. Okay, but I'm going to use my scissor. I'm going to use the back side of my scissor, and I'm going to open one blade, and I'm going against this one line right here. Just mashing down on it a little bit. And you gotta go slow because you don't want it to go off your line where you put it at. All right. And it's ripping my cardboard a little bit, but I'm gonna just work with it just so I can get a little teeny indentation that I want to fold it here. All right. Just try not to use the point too much. I'm trying not to, but I had to move my thumb because the inside of this blade is right here. And while I was holding it, I could feel it. And we won't have no accident. Okay? And cut our finger. So we just want to mash it a little bit. And now it has a little bit of impression. Make sure I get it up to this edge. Okay. Let's go this way. All right, now that should be able to fold now. All right, and now fold it this way. Okay. And then you get our bone folder or the back of your scissors. You don't have one, you saw me use this on that double-sided tape. And just hold it flat down and press it. And then do the other side again. Like this. If you have a bone folder, that's what this is for. Okay, and now we have a spine, but we got to cut it down because it's going to be too big, all right, too tall. That's what it is. It's too tall, all right? So we got to go over here to our 1, and we're going up to 9. Flat this over, and you see how this is not lined up right? You got to line it up right because the envelope is doing this. You see what it's doing? That's not good. So you want to put it over this way a little bit better. Hold it fast. It's okay. It's okay that it's not, laying flat because we made that spine. But you need your book to line up when you stand it up. So all the rest of it will cut out straight. It'll be okay. It'll work itself out once you get it situated. So now I'm right here. I'm on the 9. I'm going a little bit higher than the 9 because this piece of the spine is not laying down. And then I'm going to mark it a little bit, not too high up there. All right, that should be good. And I'm going to mark it right there. And I'm going to mark it all the way over. Can't see it on this piece because it's right there like that. And then I'm going to cut it right here like this. Oh, I went across it, but hold it and stay on your line. See how I went across a little bit? But it's okay. We can fix that when we add our fabric. Now I'm going to turn it around so I can cut it the opposite way. And I still need that bottom piece to be in place. So I got to hold that right there and this right here and put it on a line. And it's easier. Trust me, it's easier when you put it on a line so you can see where you are cutting. And this one is here. And it's looking wonky, but my whole point is make sure that my two pieces are together. We'll fix the rest when we get there. Move your fingers and come across. Okay, do it 2 times. You can feel the mat when you get there. And it's there. This part is off, but this part is not. Okay. And turn it around again. And slide this back down. And I'm going to turn it this way. Keep this lined up. Because the last thing you need is your book to not be able to stand up right. That won't be pretty. All right, and then put this on here. And we're going to cut this piece off over here. 2 times. All right, we got that off. Now, this is what we got. It's still wonky. Still wonky, but it's okay. You put this piece down. Put that piece down. And this is how it is. It's a little bit. I'm going to trim it up with the scissors. I can trim it with this, but I need this piece to be right here. I'm going to mash it down and then turn it over. Make sure I can get all this little straggly pieces off that don't match. Hold on. You think I don't see you, but I see you moving. I see you. I'm the leader. Okay. Then, oh, you tried it. You trying it, but we're going to win over here. We win, and we're the leader. Okay. Then we're going this way and get all of this little straggly pieces off right here. All right, let's get all of that and come here and get that. And then we should be good. We should be good now. All right, let's clip that and get those little pieces. Okay, and good, see? Now we got it. It's a little bit, because I cut it a little bit right there, but it's fine. That's better. Now we have 9, and we got to cut it at 5, 6, 7. I'm going to cut this at 6.5, because it's 9. It's usually 9 and 7, I think. I think it's 9 and 7. Let me see. Let's measure it by one of these. Yes, 9 and 7. All right, go by 9 and 7. Don't go 6.5. Go by 7. All right, 7. Okay. Let's go a little bit over. We're going to go a little bit over to the first line. All right, and then we're going to cut here. All right. All right, now we got that. Okay, these pieces you can save to make belly bands or bookmarks or use them to reinforce other spines later. So this is what we got out of that express envelope. And we will probably cover it and use this for the inside piece. Okay, but we're not going to do that on here because I want to show you how when you got to make the whole spine and put it together and tape it and all those things. All right, I'm not the expert. I just know what I've been learning. Okay, so let us use, we got fiddle faddle. We're going to cut this. We want this piece, so we don't know what we're going to do. Let's use this pancake box. All right, we're going to take the pancake box apart. Okay, and we're going to cut this down real fast. Take all these pieces off. It's powdery. It's powdery in here. All right, we're going to take these off and get all of this off. Uh-oh, we're getting crowded over here. Take all these ends off. Oh, that was a wonky cut. That's because the ruler slid. It'll do that. You got to be careful. I don't have the Westcott ruler or whoever that has the cork on the bottom of it where it don't slide around. It can just be in place. But this is a paper tearing ruler, and that's what I wanted to have. All right, so we got this, and it came with a smaller one that's over at my other craft table. I call it my YouTube Shorts table, and where I also read on my children's channel. So that's my other table over there. Oh, let's move this up a little bit. All right, got 2. And then we're going to get this one. Somebody said, oh, well, you already got a spine in there. I know. And if it's good, I'm going to use it. I just won't. So that's 3. All right, so I got to take this out. I'm going to take this out, and we're going to cut it down, and we're going to put it back together because it's 3, and I don't want it to be 3. I might make it 1 or 1.5. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Now, we got that. Okay, so now these pieces should be good. Okay, and they are. And they are 9, a little bit over 9. We need to cut them down. So let's cut these 2. Let's cut them down because they're a little bit over 9. We're going to take a little bit off of both ends. We're not going to measure. We're just going to take a little teeny piece off of both ends. All right, because it's a little bit over 9. All right, let's line them up and hold them still. And then we'll take a, come on, don't slide. Don't slide. Okay, now let's take a little bit, just a little bit off of both ends. Go slow because you got 2 and you see they can slide. All right. Go, take that off, and then turn this one. Put these here and here. And we'll take some of this side off. A little bit of this side. A little bit. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. All right. Here, and let's get a little bit of this. And we'll take this off. And all right, when you don't hear the shh no more, you know you're on your mat. And these are called healing mats. So all these cuts kind of fade away some kind of way. I don't know how they do it, but that's what happens. And we have, it's still a little bit over 9, but we're going to leave it right there. I'm going to cut this little end off. That's like a bent corner. And then we're going to put these down, because I like to put my color pieces on the inside mostly so that they will be easy. You know, you don't have to worry about it on the outside. So we have that, and they look about even. Let me see. This one, wait a minute. Yeah, they look even. Okay, so good. Now, where's our piece? This is our spine, and we're going to take this down because this is between 5 and 7, and we don't want it between 5 and 7. We're going to come a little bit at the 6, so 6.5 is where I'm going to cut it. But because it's thick on both sides, I'm going to take a piece off of both ends so it can be straight, because it's wonky and warped or something like that. And I want it to be flat. So I'm going to take that little piece, and then I'm going to turn this up. Amazon. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay. All right, so I'm back. I got my cat food. Okay, I still gotta wait for, excuse me, 2 more deliveries. The cat food is here. Okay, and then I know I got this glue on my hand, y'all, but that's all it is glue. And take this little piece off. Okay. All right, good. So we got that. Now let's see how much we have. All right, now we have 5, and it's still and a half of 6. I don't want to half all the way. I'm going to just take another little piece. I'm going to take the quarter. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll take it. Let's go to this little line before the 5, but it's past the 3/4. I don't even know what the number is. Don't even matter. And I'm going to take it at this line before the half of 6.5, okay? Whatever that is, y'all who know these good metrics, y'all, you know what I'm saying. Good. I just know the line before. Wait a minute. That's my line before. 6.5. So this 6.5, and this the line before. Okay. Keep my eyes focused on where I want to cut it at now. All right. And then cut here. And that's it. All right. So now that's the spine. And the spine now is, if we start at 6, it is 6. It's 6. It's still 6.5, but it's okay. So it's 1.5 inch, okay? We're going to use it just like we did before. Let's use this. See how that is? It's been bent up and folded and shifted around and all that kind of stuff. And we got to make sure we buff this down so it can have. See, I don't like these things on here like this. I don't like this. All right, but I'm going to get over it right now. Let's use this part because this part, I don't know if that'll be safe on the inside. I'll leave it on the outside because it's better at the edge. Okay, so we'll use this here. And then, I'm sorry about shaking, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, then take some of this off of here to help our adhesion work real good. And then do this one. You can use this for stickers too. The stickers are all glossy and all of that kind of jazz. You can go ahead and buff them down and everything and make everything, like this. Look at that. Okay, then we put this in here. I'll try to line mine up in the way that we need it. And then put this spine almost close to it. We got to cut it down. It's taller. Okay, so it's taller here. All right. I can see that right there. Okay. And put it a little bit close to it, not too close, but close enough so you can close the book and open the book. All right? And you kind of get it as even as you can. This is not the straightest board that I have, but that's the one I like to cut on. All right, let me use this one for a second, just so it can be flat, okay? So I can really see how to line it up. All right, so that's good. So that's good. See, you get it? All right, so what's the little paper trick? The paper trick for this is when you get it in place, you get a little piece of tape, not too big, don't have no kind of extra folds and things on it, just a small piece to hold it in place so it won't move while you're trying to let it go. So this is enough, and just put it there, and then get this one lined up again, and then get a small piece of this and put this. All right, that's about good. And then put this one on here. And it's just there holding that together until you do this. And then you got this piece a little bit so it can go over a little bit. And you wrap it around the other side and put this kind of in the middle of the spine so that when you put the other one on, you'll be able to meet it. And then we put this one right up against that one, or a teeny bit on top is fine. Okay, then you got that. And you flip that over, and you have this. And then you pull these pieces over top, nice and tight, and press them down. And pull these nice and tight and press them down. Okay? Then you're going to get a piece that kind of goes in here in a way that it don't double up. You don't need it to double up. Just a piece that can hold it. That's too short, but I'm going to save that one. Get a longer piece. Right there might be good. All right, let's tear that 2 times. Measuring it over here. All right, that should be good. Then it's okay if it double on this side, but we want to double roll all around on the other side of the book. All right, so that should be good. And then press it nicely. And then put this one. So this is why you don't want to double up all these things on your spine like I didn't do on that Dove box, because you got to use what you have to use to make it work. And if you want to add fabric, you got to have some kind of, you know what I'm saying, looseness so that you will be able to poke holes in that thing, because you got to poke the hole through this and the paper. Where's my bone folder? Because I need that for this. Can't use this, it'll cut through. Can't use the scissors, that'll cut through. So where have I slid that bone folder? Where did you go? Nobody gave you permission to leave the room. Let's see. Oh, you over here amongst the scraps. Okay, so now we're going to fold and fold. Now we can see where it is, and you just gently go in there so that you can put your tape together so they adhere to one another. Okay, and that's how you make a cover. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? That's so cool. People know how to do this stuff real good, and I'm a little amateur that's learning, but I'm going to do some good works. And I'm not going to sell my journals for a high price, because I want the people to buy them, and I want them to love them, and I want to become their go-to person for a journal that they don't want to buy at Walmart. I'm going to get me one from Joanne's channel. Right. Okay. Right. And there you go. We have that. So I showed you how to make it like this. And this one was the UPS envelope. And we have that one. And then we have this one. And we have the window that we created out of the Dove. And we have the passport size, I guess is what you call it. And then we got the mini of that. So that's what we made in these journal covers. So how many do I have? Because I want 10. One, let me see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 6. All right. I have 6. What can I do now? Should I make another? Let's see. Oh, yeah, let's make this one. I forgot about this box. This box is very different. Oh, excuse me. This one, see? This is setting up, and this spine would be 3.5. And I was like, maybe I should leave it 3.5 and just keep it long and tall like this. And y'all see this? This is what I was saying in my video yesterday. I saved this circle disc. Where's the head is? I saved this circle disc. I bought this tape a couple days ago, this duct tape from Dollar Tree. See how this, they changed all their dollar stuff and they put this little sticker, this, is a part of ink with this cover, right? The packaging, it comes like that. It's not a label, okay? $1.25. Because they want you to know it's not $1 no more. Because it's $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, $3, and $5 at the Dollar Tree now. This is what I was telling them yesterday. Now they putting these tabs on. When stuff come in, they got to put a red dot sticker on it to cover it up so that you can get to the register and you think it's $1.25. It's not, because it's whatever it's scanned for now at the Dollar Tree. Okay, 125, 150, 175, $3, and $5. So when you see it like this, that means it is what it is when you get to the register. Okay, now this was some kind of honey corn muffins, cornbread muffins. Okay, all right, but we're not looking at this like we want to save this box, because we're not saving it. We're gonna cut it up, and here go another one being like that Dove box that want to open. Okay. I don't know what to say about it. But you're going to open up today. And I don't want you to mess up my, where's my bone folder again? I'm telling you, this thing looks just like these pieces of paper and I can't keep up with it. Where's it at? Didn't I just use it? Y'all saw me use it. Now where did it go again? Is it under here? It's not. It's not right here. Is it over there? It's not. Oh my goodness, all these scraps and cream paper. Here it is right here. I can't keep up with this thing. Here it is. It's right here looking like these papers and pieces and things. You know, I got all these strips and it's looking like that. Meanwhile, we want this to open, but I don't want to tear it across here and it's trying to rip all crazy over here. I don't know what to say about this thing. Yeah. All right, let's get these scissors. I mean, you could rip it, but if you rip it, then it's going to mess up your sides. And it's got these, see these slit holes in there? That's what I was talking about with the honey bun box. I don't know why they make them like that, but that's what they do. Some kind of perforation. Maybe the snakes need to have some breathing room because that's, you know, I don't even know. But it's like that. All right, so let's go ahead and break this one down because I think I'm going to leave this one thick like it is. And let's make a real thick, chunky, monkey passport type of journal out of this. That's what I'm thinking about. I said this is too awkward. Maybe I need to save this for just reinforcement or something like that, chipboard, but who knows? See, this is cut a little bit. I might still can use that though. Let's save it and see. All right, we'll cut these off of here. And be easy now. Okay. And then, see, I'm trying not to rip this thing. All right. See how it's ripping that? I'm just trying not to do it. Trying not to mess the whole piece up. I can't see. These are my light. Let me move these because I can't see. Not real good. Okay, now let's cut this. All right. Okay, now we have that. And this is, oh my God, look at that. That's how that's going to look. That's crazy, right? We got to cut it down some. I think we should. This is going to be crazy if you make it like that. Oh my God, look at that. That's too big. That's too big. Somebody said the bone for the grow feet. Right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. How y'all doing? Let's see. Yes. How y'all doing? Hi, Meatball. Yes. So I'm just trying to see how I'm going to do this because, like, this really looks equal to both of the flaps, right? This is, and if you make it this big, it'll be open like this because, yeah, we got to cut it down because it won't have no room to grow with anything once you sew the signatures in there. I know somebody want me to sew some signatures in one, but I don't even have any signatures pulled. But I might pull some and come back and do another video because I don't have anything pulled. I don't have anything pulled. And that's a whole nother work in progress to be pulling signatures, okay? Because you got to get in all of your stash everywhere. Okay, we need both of these and we know they're good because they're just good. Okay, let me just cut this little edge off of here, looking like this. All right, so these are good. But this thing we got to cut down. This can't be this wide. This is going to be too much. So I'm going to line this up at the half What's that? That's not half. That's at a 3/4. So I'm going to put it at this 3/4 between the 5 and the 7. So I'm going to put it at the 3/4 all the way down at the 3/4. Why is it not the same? Okay, we got it now. Wait. All right. Push this over some. What is going on? All right, that's the 3/4, and this is the 3/4. All right, and now let's cut this. All right. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. Put that on the 5 and go to the 3/4 with this ruler. I need to find me one of them cork bag rulers. I don't want to buy nothing else. I'm going to wait. Maybe somebody will gift it to me. Who in the world knows? This is a 1/4, 3/4. Okay, good. Let's do this. Hold on. Okay. Now let's cut down because that was just entirely too chunky. That was just not good. Okay. We're going to put it in like this. Oh, that'd be cool for my thingy. But we're not going to look at it. No, we're not going to look at it. We're just going to put it together. We're going to put it back together. That's what we're going to do. Always retract your knife. You don't want that thing sitting open and you do like that and you know what I'm saying. Something can happen that ain't good. All right, now sanding block. Somebody says she going to be making a lot of journals. I am. I want to have 10 because somebody might look at the video and be like, oh, I want that one. Right, so I got to have them on deck, right? So I can service you all's needs. Okay, because I don't know who want to go and pay $400 for a journal, but maybe they want to, you know, $275. Go to Etsy. You'll see I'm not making these prices up. They've been on Etsy, 20 days, and now it's like 8% discount or something like that, and all these things. Because I looked to see how people price them, and some of them 400. I saw 425. I saw over $500 journal there. I said, oh, right. And I guess some of these people out here got this kind of money, and they can just do that to buy a journal. Well, I'd rather make 10 and sell them for, maybe $50 or $60 and make the $600 like that. Because those 10 people will come back and buy another one. But, maybe somebody have, a lot of credit and credit cards and money and all things, and they can buy $400 journals that they ain't doing nothing with. Maybe they're going to gift it to somebody else. I don't really know what they're doing with none of it. All I'm saying is when I make mine, let's slide over here, honey, because this hump in the middle. I bought this one from the thrift store, and it had this hump in it, and that's probably why I got there. There's a hump here and a hump there. Somebody didn't take good care of their item or whatever, and it's got all like that. So we're going to keep this tall as it is. I think, can we do that? Let me see how tall it is. It's over 10, okay? It's over 10. It's probably 11. So maybe I might have to use some of my legal size paper. I got a piece here. Let me see how that's going to work. Legal size paper. No, it's still going to be the same thing. Oh, it's still going to be the same thing. Put it right there. All right, let's cut a little bit of this down. Let's just cut a little bit down. That's what we're going to do. Because, it's longer, but it's not taller. Legal size paper, right? So we got to use a little bit of wisdom right here before we get into a situation and we can't get out of it real easy. I'll put this here, line that up, and we're going to fold this paper again because this we imagine to be in here, about right there. And so I need to cut this about right here. See, I'll be using my eyes. I ain't measuring a whole bunch of nothing. My finger is right where I saw to cut some of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut some of it right here. As long as these even and this is lined up with a line, then it's fine right there. Okay. Hold it firm, nice and firm. Go slow. Go slow. All right. And now we took that off. So we have an issue. We don't want an issue. Okay. And then, y'all, I'm going to do the whole taping piece again. Okay. It's a little bit too wide. All right, now, let's get this piece that we ain't used yet because we cut it short. And we're going to split it. Why are we splitting it? Because we want to use it. We don't want it to just sit here. Okay, we're going to put that one on there. And we're going to put this one on here. Okay, now, then we will get the tape. This is what you got to do when you're running out of tape. You got to figure out how you can make your project still come life when your tape is getting low. You need to reorder or go get some, from a store or out of a different room somewhere. And just cut it in, make it work. And it's going to be fine. Okay, then we can pick this up gently. Do the same thing, roll it over. Roll it over. This one don't have no rollover piece. And then we can put a thicker piece or wider piece in here. Oh, hold on. Hold on, I know you're anxious. Just hold on. Everybody's going. Okay, nobody's left behind. Everybody's going. Then we'll take this a little bit longer so it can roll over on top of where we ain't have no rollover at. And put this, okay, right here. Why y'all let me do that? Why y'all let me do that? I caught that. I taped it down the wrong way. Wait a minute, why is that thin? Oh, no. Oh, they tried to trick me. But I caught it. Mistakes like this happen all the time. Y'all don't always see this stuff online. I'm just telling you. Okay. Let's go over here. Get over here in your space where you belong. Oh, we got to get you lined up. Somebody probably was trying to tell me, and I was just carrying on with what I was doing. Okay, let's stick this back down. Oh, there we go. I was just going with it. I said, well, wait a minute. Why do I have a wide piece of tape over here? I caught it. Thank you for yelling out and letting me know. That's not the way you do it. I caught it. I was just making sure you guys are sharp. Okay, let's put this one. It wasn't meeting up like this. It was way over. I said, well, wait a minute. I caught it. My people are sharp and focused. All right. Let's put that. And then we have this one. And then put this one here. All right, now we're back in business. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. And now we have this one. Oh, this might be one I want to keep. Okay. I told myself I need to make some flat date book ones. Remember date books? Remember we used to use date books, women? We used to have them in our purse. Now everybody's got a phone. I don't be looking at the phone for everything, but I need a date book. This, it'd be too thick for that. But let's see if we can make one. Let's see if I can make a prototype of a date book. What can I use? Oh, we got this right here. We got this little piece of something. This is flat. Okay, let's do something. I'm going to take this whole thing apart because I ain't made this before. And I don't know. Let's see if I can make me a date book. Okay. Okay. Now, I need it to be flat, but functional like a book. Okay? All right. We're not going to do no whole bunch of measuring. We're just going to make it work. What size is this? Oh, it's a little bit tall. Let's just, wait, line it up. Yeah, it's a little bit over 9. Where's the ruler? We're just going to bring it over and take it to a line and cut like this. Where? Okay. I'm getting ready to look for my knife. I found it. All right, now we have that, okay? Now I got to give it a little spine. I don't want it to have a big spine. So, let's see. This is thin. I like this one because I took, that piece off. Let's see if we can take this off because it's thin. Because it's got to fold and play. Maybe it'll be okay. Let's see. Let's cut this thing down. All right. I'm making this up as I go. Okay? I'm making this up. I ain't never made a date book. I'm going to come in here to the half mark and cut here. All right. Now, we'll have to put 2 pieces in there. We gotta have 2 folds. So how am I gonna get 2 folds? I'm gonna get 2 folds like this. I'm gonna put this ruler on here, line this up between a space. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Everybody go with me because we're making it up while we go. All right? All right, and so we have this. This is between 1 inch. So with my eyes, okay, where's my pencil, honey? The pencils, I've lost 2 now. Don't tell nobody. Here's one of them. Okay, I'm going to follow this line right here in the middle, and I'm going to mark that. And I'm going to follow this one. Wait, come on, go straight. And I'm going to mark that. And that's going to be my two lines to create a spine, a fold. That's what I'm talking about, right? So let's go back, get on the line, get on a line and put this on here, and it lines right up to that line. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It look like it's crooked. Okay, let's try it. And let's slide over and do this one. Right here. All right, now we got that. It's a little bit off, not too much, but it's okay. I think we're gonna be fine. All right, now let me I'm gonna use my thing. I'm gonna try not to cut it. Just go over the line. Let's try it again. Not too hard. All right, now let's try this one. This cutting, you see that? A nice divot in my finger right there. All right, let's try. Wait, no, we went wonky. All right, let's stay on the pencil mark. All right, do it one more time. Oh, no, don't follow that one. Okay. All right, good. All right, let's see. Can we fold it? Can we fold it? Okay, let's see. Okay. Right. All right, now, how can we put this on? I'm going to show you how I'm going to put it on. It's too tall for this. It's too tall. So we got to cut it down a little bit more. Okay. Got to cut it a little bit more. It's too tall still. All right. All right, now I'm going to try to put this on with the double-sided tape. But before I do that, I'm going to try and use the glue stick. And I'm going to use it from this way because I have to leave this out, which I don't want to, unless I fold it in. Let's see. Can we fold it in? I know I'm going to use it this, well, let me see. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Okay. I was thinking it'll stick better to this because it's, so this is a 1/2 inch wide folded. All right, so I'm going to, this part not good, this side is better. But I'm gonna just try and do it like this. Still shiny, it feels, I don't know how it's gonna hold up. It should be all right though, because it's so small. I tried to take the paper off, but it was kind of thin and I didn't want it to be not useful. All right, so I'm going to use this just on the edge of here, not in the middle, just on the edge. And then I'm going to use this so it can hold good. And it is going to be sliding around because it's wet. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. But that's going to help the glue, I hope, to hold it a little bit better. All right, because it's so thin. I ain't never made this before. I ain't never seen nobody make one either. Maybe this is groundbreaking. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. Sometimes I go in the Dollar Tree or Walmart and I see the little calendars that's with the big calendar. And Dollar Tree, before COVID, used to carry a date book. I haven't seen one lately. But I remember women used to have a date book. Wasn't no joke. You had to have that in your purse. And I need one. I'm still that type that need a wall calendar. I have a wall calendar right there. I have one over at my other desk. I have one in my kitchen, one in my living room. My dining room. I'm in the living room. So one here, another at the other desk, one in the dining room, one in my kitchen, and one in my bedroom. And I got one on my desk at work, a physical calendar. I don't be looking at the phone. I don't want to be looking at the phone to find out what date it is and everything. I want to look at the wall and see a clock. I want to look at the wall and see a calendar. All right, so now we have this, and we're going to put it in here. When I tried to peel it, it didn't want to raise up. It was peeling up the cardboard. So small. All right, come on today. We need you to come off today. Sometimes it's what I use to take my sticker paper backing off. All right, so we got that. And we want to put a little piece of this glue on the edge of this too. Just on the edge. And then put this on here. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. Okay. We're going to put a little piece over here. And then we're going to put that on here. Okay. All right. We got something. Let's see what it's going to do. Oh my goodness. Let's fold it and bone fold it. Where's it at? All right, and then we're going to fold this one and do the same thing. Oh, don't you go up that way. So I guess this one will be my prototype, right? Then I can come back and show them how to do it again. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. Who thought? I didn't. And see, this is still that envelope. It's okay. It looks like it's not even, but it is. Okay, that's not bad. Yes. She said, Etsy is so expensive for journaling. Yes, Crystal, it is indeed. I just paid $30 for a sticker pack. See, that's all I'm saying. You go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you can come back here and buy some stuff from me. Because it's not going to be expensive. It's going to be reasonable. And it's going to, you know, make people drop their prices and things. I mean, people do what they want to do, and that's okay. And I ain't mad at nobody. But I'm just saying, it's outlandish, some of these prices. I mean, I know we got to pay for these supplies. It costs a little bit of money, you know, and everything. But if I spend, let's say I invest $60 and I buy glue, I buy tape, I buy stickers, I buy maybe a paper pad or some type of this sticky, maybe a paper pad or some type of ephemera pack or something, and I spend $60. If I make 4 journals and I sell all 4 of them for $50, that's 200. I only spent $60 and I can make 4 journals. That's how I look at it. Like, I don't know what nobody else looking at, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I know you could pay, charge, you know, all that crazy, but I ain't doing it. So what you just saw me use was a powder puff. I just got a souffle cup or something, and it's got a little makeup thingy in there, alcohol pad, whatever you do with yours. I use green alcohol and clean my face with it. But, yeah, and I just put some baby powder in there. And now this is not sticky anymore. Okay? So that's what we have for that. All right, so I'm going to get some stuff together and I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish making this. And I'm going to call it a date book. Okay? So thank y'all for watching and hanging out with me. I'm coming back after I get some papers together and something to cover this because this is going to be mine. Okay? This is going to be mine. I need my paper corner rounder and all that kind of stuff. All right, so I'll be back. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Don't forget to come back. Okay, peace.